What's up, fellas? Welcome back to Dark Souls. So, when we left off, we had just cleared out most of the Tomb of the Giants, at least the parts of this area that I really wanted to explore, and we're about ready to fight the boss. Here's our buddy Patches. I think he'll eventually clear out of here after we kill the boss for this area. He should leave, and we'll be able to meet up with him again in Firelink Shrine. So, one thing is we do have this lantern thing, so we can just go ahead and hold that up and this will show a path. I believe it shows a path all the way to the boss. I'm not 100% on what exactly it's showing here, but I do know that if we just follow these blue orbs, we should be able to make it out of the Tomb of the Giants. So that's a really handy way to escape. And also we'll be able to jump off that ledge that we jumped off last time with the item here. I don't remember what this item is. Soul of a Brave Warrior. Alright. It's a few extra souls. Might as well hold on to them. And then we'll be able to grab this ring. Covetous Silver Serpent. We're going to be attacked by a bunch of dudes. And jump down. Now we got to get out of here because all those bone towers, for a while I thought that they just were stuck there and they couldn't actually chase you because they look like they're planted in the ground. But no, they can actually come after you. So we got to get out of dodge. I also just realized I didn't kindle a bonfire or anything, so we only have 5 Estus, so I hope this goes okay. Anyway, if you were a human here, you would be invaded by an NPC called Paladin Leroy, but we are not human, and I forgot to turn human, I forgot to kindle, I forgot all kinds of things, man. Oh well, I mean, if we die, I'll kindle, or I mean, I might as well just like warp back to Firelink Shrine, and I think that bonfire's up to like 15 Estus or something, so that'd be a good place to get some. But let's just proceed here into the depths. I mean, we've been able to see lately, I'm doing so much damage with my weapon that I'm not that worried about being able to beat the boss of this area. It's more just I hope I don't get hit too much running to the boss, because if I do, that could be bad. But if we can actually make it to him, I should be able to kill him so fast that not having a whole lot of Estus shouldn't be a huge deal. Alright. So there's a bunch of these essentially pinwheels. You know, we just killed Pinwheel's a boss, and he's already appeared as just a regular enemy, although he does have a lot less health here. And you can kill the Pinwheels if you want to. We're also going to be just like completely surrounded by these little mini skeletons. They're really easy to kill, but there's just so many of them that they can gang up on you. And I don't think these pinwheels respawn, which is the main reason why I'm killing them. And if they do, they're not that hard to kill, so it's not the end of the world. Oh my gosh, just like the noise, it's so loud. It's probably way louder in my headphones than it is through the video, but it's just like deafening how loud this place is. Let's just try to avoid the little skeletons, get back up that ramp. I didn't mean to drop off, I was just trying to avoid the spells of this pinwheel dude. Oh man, right to the face. Yeah, they hurt quite a bit, so I'm gonna try to not get hit here. Luckily they have like no poise, so if you get some hits in on the pinwheel dudes, they do get stunned pretty easily. I think this is the last of them. And I believe they also can drop some of the masks. I forget what mask we got, actually. We might want to put that on because we're not going to need the sunlight maggot in the boss fight. But we should have picked up one of the masks. Did we not get one? Huh, that's weird. Maybe I didn't pick it up or something, but usually when you kill Pinwheel, you're supposed to get one of those masks of the drop afterwards. You can either get the Mask of the Mother, the Father, or the Child. The Father gives you extra equipment load. Mother gives you extra health. I forget what the Child does, but I believe it's probably stamina regen or extra stamina. That would make sense. So this is the boss fight here. There's one other thing that's kind of important to grab. We might as well get it because we're here anyway. If we run all the way down to the end of this path, White Titanite Slab. And there's only 2 of those in the entire game, and one of them is in the DLC area, which is no longer DLC, obviously. It comes with the game now if you buy it, but in what was once the extra content anyway. The White Titanite Slab is from the extra content area, but you can get the other one here. So if you're looking to upgrade like a divine weapon all the way or a chaos weapon all the way, you're going to need a white slab. Alright, time for the boss. I'm going to quickly change helms here because we're not going to need the sunlight maggot. Can I get the stone helm and still have a fast roll? No, we're into medium roll territory with the stone helm. We could put on the channeler's helm. And we're fast rolling. Okay. We just get to look awesome and have 6 eyes. I'm 100% down for that. So, only 2 Estus right now, which is a little bit worrying. One strategy here is just to equip Havel's set, and if this attempt miserably fails, we might do that next time. But you can just straight up equip Havel's set, because you don't need to do much dodging for this boss fight. And that's one way to kind of preserve your health. Yo, where'd my staff go? I must have taken the staff off for the lantern. That makes sense. It's in here somewhere. There we go. The ivory catalyst. Alright, we'll buff up. Buff all the way up. I got some humanity on the bar. I'm not too afraid of using it. So, yeah, our boss will spawn. Gravelord Nito. Maybe I shouldn't have skipped the cutscene. Oh, yeah. We got the scream there. And when you hear the scream, that means he's about to just completely wreck your day. So. And then we also get some spooky, scary skeletons here. Alright, Screaming Spike comes from the ground, and, well, I honestly have no idea what the timing on that spike attack is. Otherwise, I would have probably attempted to dodge it. So these skeletons will just respawn, I believe. And they're going to make things real annoying for us. I just hope that my swings are going to, like, hit the skeletons. That's my best hope, really. Gravelord Nito, when he does that attack, it will also kill the skeletons. So, I'm not sure if that only kills them temporarily, or if that's a permanent. No, it's only temporary. Alright, so we got 2 humanity we can burn through. Oh, and we also got one of these big skeletons, which are just straight up bad news. Okay, yeah, this is going very poorly, because I somehow aggroed the big skeletons. So I can almost guarantee I'm gonna die here, just because, yeah. Well, we had 6 enemies and the boss all attacking us at once. So, I didn't stand much of a chance there. We have a couple options. We could either try to make a divine weapon, which will kill the skeletons permanently. Why they respawn, I'm not really sure. Maybe because there's no necromancers in the Gravelord Nito boss fight, so I'm not sure what's making the skeletons respawn, other than maybe Nito himself is making them respawn. But there's, for some reason anyway, the skeletons in those areas respawn. And the 3 big skeletons, if you're careful, normally they don't aggro you. I'm honestly not sure why we were attacked by them. But anyway, Firelink Shrine Bonfire. Oh, that only brings us up to 10. Alright, well, I have 2 humanity, so what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to kindle. And also, since I'll become human here, cannot kindle while hollowed, of course. Yeah, well, since I'll become human here, we should be invaded by Paladin Leroy as well, so I'll get to fight him, and that should be fun. And he drops a pretty interesting weapon. I wouldn't say a good weapon, at least not for this build, but it's definitely interesting. And since we're going back into the Tomb of the Giants, we have to once again equip our Sunlight Maggot. Is there anything else we need? I guess we'll figure that out when they get there. I'll try out the Havel's Armor strategy. I did say, you know, I completely cheesed the Duke, or Seath Scalus in the Duke's Archives when we fought him. And I said there's another boss or 2 that we might cheese using Havel's. This boss is one of them that you can cheese if you're having difficulty with him. And the main reason isn't so much for Nito, because his attacks are extremely easy to dodge. It's more because I don't have a divine weapon, and the skeleton bros he have just like completely wreck my day. So don't do it. Okay, he didn't do it. Good. We're on the same team here. Other than the fact that he's trying to kill me, but I'll look past that for now. So once again, same dealio happening here. Just roll down here. And this time, I don't think I'm going to be picking up this ring, so I shouldn't be attacked. Alright, cool. Cool. And that's the quick way, just rolling off those 2 ledges. You can go down a meandering path past another couple of the gorilla skeletons if you want to do that, but I would just rather not in the interest of time. Alright, I'm going to buff up here because I'm fairly certain that we should be invaded in just a second. Heal up to full, you know, might as well. And there we go. Paladin Leroy has invaded. So, I mean, he's got the big mace thing, and he'll actually drop that weapon, so we'll be able to see what that is. And he uses Wrath of the Gods as well, which hurts a lot. So it's good to back off. Oh, that's a heal spell. Okay. So he does that as well. Okay, he can actually be stunned. Cool, he does not have unlimited poise. And I just went to Brown Town on him, so he's done. Son, what's he got? I want to pick up his item, if you would let me do that. He drops Grant, and the Sanctus Shield as well. So, Grant, might as well equip this thing. I probably won't be able to use it. I highly doubt I'll have the stats for it, because it's probably a high-strength weapon, and we aren't really a strength build at the moment. Oh, it's so hard getting through this inventory. There we go. Alright, so this is Grant. So it requires 50 strength and 30 faith, which is just ridiculous. I don't know how many builds have that, but that is a lot of damage. 260 combined damage, and it's not even upgraded or buffed. That's a lot. And it only gets better when you upgrade it. Some weapons aren't buffable. I wouldn't be surprised if Grant is not buffable, because that's already a ton of damage, but there you go. Pretty powerful weapon, but very high requirements to wield it, so we won't be using it. I've heard people say good things about Grant, though. He's a nice guy. It's also a pretty good weapon. Alright, let's just get through this area now. We'll try Havels this time against Gravelord Nito, because I don't want to make this run too many more times. It's just a pretty annoying run from the bonfire. Okay, so yes, the pinwheels do in fact respawn. That's what I was kind of worried about. Solve a hero. I almost missed that one. Hey, if we beat Nito the first time through, we would have missed that soul of a hero. So, hey, good things can happen even when you die. We'll kill him just because he was in the way. That's how I usually treat people who are in my way. In this game, anyway. And let's just make a mad, crazy dash for the bonfire. That was a great unintentional dodge, by the way. Dodged right through one of the magic balls without even really meaning to. Alright. Let's equip this Havels. And we shouldn't be able to be touched by the stupid skeletons now. And also, the main reason for Havels, like, the defense is great, but it also just gives so much poise. Like, 28 poise just for the leggings. That's insane. And I have almost no poise normally. So, the skeletons will just, like, constantly stun lock me. But, now that I'm wearing a Havels armor, that shouldn't be a problem anymore. Alright. I think we're ready to go. Let's do this. Attempt number 2. And I need to drink up because I'm almost dead. No scream? No scream. Okay, we don't want to go over where my bloodstain is because we know now that if we go over there, the big skeleton bros will aggro, and we don't want that to happen at all. That would be a bad thing. Alright, let's go mess around with Nito here. Okay, and you heard him, like, hit one of his skeletons there. Oh my gosh, the damage. It is so real. Okay, and that attack will kill his skeleton bros. So that's actually a good one. I didn't get any souls, though, so they're probably going to respawn in a second. Yeah, they're respawning. So hopefully the swings of my sword are wide enough to hit them. I can't believe I'm actually dodging some of these attacks. And I mean, look at this poise, dude. It's insane. Like, my character just straight up does not give a care at all. And we're done. You're dead, right? Okay, yeah, you're dead. Just making sure. And that was Gravelord Nito. Got the Lord's Soul. Everything is juicy. Yeah, we can switch back to our standard gear here so we're not, you know, walking around like a dingus. Gold hem sets. And is there a gold helm as well? I forget. Yeah, there is. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go pick up our souls here. I don't think it was very many, but I'll pick them up anyway, regardless. So I think the big skeletons also die when Nito dies, so we shouldn't have to worry about them. Alright, so... Oh, we also got a couple of humanity, it looks like. 3 humanity. I'm not sure if that was off the skeletons, or off of maybe the pinwheel dude that we killed, or off of Nito himself. I'm not sure, but we got some. Might as well level up here. 94,000 souls isn't an awful lot, but let's just do it. What do we really need? What we really need? Dex. Yeah. I think I vaguely remember myself saying I'm just going to pump everything else into Dex. 30 endurance and vitality is enough to finish the game. Some extra vitality might be nice, but we have plenty, honestly. We don't need it. It would just be a nice little thing to have. Alright, so... 1 Great Soul boss in an episode? It's not enough, man. It is not enough. We need to go for another one. So, we're going to be attempting the 4 Kings. Also known as the 2 Kings. Also known as the 3 Kings. Our damage is pretty good. So, essentially how this boss works, and if you follow Dark Souls, you may have seen like the memes of people saying, you know, calling this boss the 2 Kings, and that's because after you kill one of the kings, after you kill one of these bosses, well, I mean, there's 4 bosses that spawn in total, right? So, one after the other, they'll spawn, and there'll be 4 total bosses, or they're supposed to be anyway. But after the boss dies, it still sticks around on the screen for a few seconds, and you can continuously hit it and continue doing damage to it. And if your damage is high enough, which ours probably isn't, but it's still very good, you can actually do so much damage that you can essentially do enough damage to kill 2 kings while just fighting one of them. And this will probably make a lot more sense if I'm able to pull it off and only get 3. I'll try for 3. 2 was just not happening, because typically to get 2 kings you need the red tearstone ring, which I don't have. And I'm not ballsy enough to try. Let's drop down here. This is the shortcut. It doesn't really, you know, cut that much time off of running, but saves a few seconds, I guess. So we'll go through there. And this is how you get to 4 kings. I've learned this route because I've died a lot against the 4 kings. So because it might look like I know exactly where I'm going, and that's because I do. And I know exactly where I'm going because, you know, I've had to attempt this boss many times. I mean, I think this is my 5th or 6th playthrough of Dark Souls, and I've only beaten 4 kings on the first try once, ever. So that means, you know, 4 playthroughs already. I've had to do this multiple times, so I got pretty familiar with the area. And, I think a couple episodes ago we killed Sif, the Great Grey Wolf. The ring that he drops is required to kill this boss. I know there's some lore behind it. Something to do with the Knight Artorias, who was really good at, you know, getting into the Abyss without the Abyss killing him, because typically the Abyss isn't fit for humans. But Artorias figured out the secret of it, and you wear his ring, and it allows you to be in the Abyss. Now, remember how I wore Havels for Gravelord Nito? And also for... what other boss do we wear it for? We wore Havels set for something else. I'm completely forgetting what it was. Anyway, this is the reason why. The defense is not necessarily needed. It's more for the poise. The poise is very, very important in Dark Souls 1. I mean, it's important in Dark Souls 2 and Demon Souls as well, as far as I know, but I would say Dark Souls 1 is definitely the game where it's most emphasized, and it's great having high poise, because it just means when you're hit with attacks, your character just does not care. He just takes it like a man. So that's why I like having poise. Alright. I don't want to get hit by this fool, and we totally just did. We totally did. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I'm so bad. I got killed by my own spell. Oh, I'm so bad. I am bad on so many levels. Well, that was really embarrassing. We didn't even get a hit off. Well, we just saw the disadvantage with Havels is it's great for a lot of things, but one thing it's not great for is dodging. It's really freaking hard to dodge anything with this set on. Well, I mean, let's check out the stats on this Goldhem Rub. See, yeah, it gives 0 poise, absolutely none. Which means if I get hit with any attacks, and I will because I'm trying to go like all out DPS, I'm not really trying to dodge. I'm trying to kill these dudes as fast as possible. Then yeah, you just get stunned into oblivion. So that's why I wear Havel set for this particular boss. With most boss fights you can dodge and stuff and it's just fine, but with this particular boss fight you don't want to dodge because you want to kill them as fast as possible so you don't get, you know, a bunch of them spawning on you at once. Anyway, I'll be right back after that miserable failure, and hopefully second time will be a charm. Alright, we are back. Still alive, but humbled. No, that's not what I meant to do at all. Havel's set. Yeah, let's try this. I'm gonna give it one more shot with Havel's set, and if it just completely doesn't work whatsoever and everything dies, then well, we may have to go with a different plan of attack. But let's give this another shot, shall we? I'm gonna wait to buff up until we're at the bottom here, and that way I'll take less residual damage from Power Within. So hopefully that will help to not kill me. Because the king does take a while to get over to you, so we got time. Honestly, I could wait even longer to buff. I didn't even have to buff that quickly. Oh, did you have to? Did you have to do that? Can you let me out now? Yo. That hurts. The good thing, though, is Estus can't be interrupted. So you can just kind of drink up to your heart's content. Wow. Alright, that was a king. And you can kind of see when he's dead. I really failed with my stamina management there, but when he was already dead, I was still able to hit. Hopefully you're able to see that. You're still able to hit him even after he's dead. And it still does damage to his health bar. Or the Four Kings overall health bar, anyway. Don't do it, dude. Oh, that magic attack. It hurts so good. Because we're going to win this. I feel it. Okay, so we want to wait till he's almost dead. And then just two-hand and go freaking ham. And unfortunately, it didn't do a whole lot of damage because the Crystal Magic Weapon wore off. But if Crystal Magic Weapon was on, we can still get a 3 Kings. If I time this perfectly and wait to kill him until I have full stamina, it's still possible to get a 3 Kings. It's a thing that could happen. Alright, I can't kill him. I gotta wait for my stamina. Alright, we're good. There we go. I did it! Victory! They will die! And we are victorious. So that was the 3 Kings. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I usually fight this boss earlier on, when I'm not like as incredibly overpowered as we are right now. And typically what happens as a result of that is I have to fight all 4. So it's actually a pretty cool thing for me personally to be able to do enough damage to only fight 3. And of course, if I was like some crazy spellcasting god with like Dark Bead, which I think is the highest damage spell in the game, or, you know, one of those really high damage spells, and the Red Tearstone Ring and all, you know, maybe even 2 Kings would be possible, and I've seen it done before, so I know it is, but anyway, what else? What else do we need to do? I'm probably going to be doing the DLC soon, but now that I think about it, we got a little bit of time. You know, I've heard some people say they enjoy the longer episodes, so there is actually one more boss that we can fight in this episode. So why not? Let's give it a shot, shall we? Let's give it a shot. So there's a couple different ways that you can kill this next boss, and the final one I'll be showing today anyway. So I hinted a lot. I hinted so much. I don't know why I was so secretive about it, but I kept hinting over and over about there being 2 bosses in Anor Londo, and there are. And how you get to the second boss, because, you know, again, there's 2 of them, is you have to turn Anor Londo dark. And there are a couple ways to do this. You can either... Well, I mean, there's a couple ways to fight the boss. I apologize. You can either turn Anor Londo dark, which is what I'm about to do. I'm about to do a horrible thing. Forgive me. But the alternative to this, I just want to say this for anyone watching who wants to not commit murder. You can also, in the catacombs, there's a ring called the Dark Moon Seance Ring, and I just completely forgot to grab it when we're in the catacombs. But if you grab that ring, you can use that as an alternative to kill the boss we're about to kill. But if you don't have the Dark Moon Seance Ring, I'm sorry, Guinevere. You had it coming. You had it coming! Oh, man. I feel so bad. But, you know, she'll respawn by the next playthrough, which makes me feel less bad. Because every NPC does. You can just go on a murder spree, and it's probably a good idea. Where's my pyromancy flame? There it is. It's probably a good idea to just go ahead and kill everyone if you're about to go... If you're about to beat the final boss, Gwyn, and you're about to go to the next game, it's probably a good idea to just kill everything, because they'll all respawn. So you might as well. Alright, so now we can go back to that second bonfire that you can warp to in Anor Londo, the Dark Moon Tomb. And this time... No? Anor Londo's still sunny. What's up? I killed the princess. This isn't supposed to be how things go down. Well, alright, let's go back to the chamber of the princess and see if things are still all sunny, or maybe I had to wait a little bit longer for dialogue to change or something like that. Alright, the princess is dead. Now, what's supposed to happen when you kill the princess is, this is supposed to happen. There we go.
And thy transgression shall not go unpunished. Thou shalt perish in the twilight of Anor Londo.
Wow, very intimidating, sir. Good speech. I am quite quaking in my boots right now. So what you can do now is Anor Londo will change a little bit. Some for the better, some for not the better, I would say. We're going to power within because we're about to have a bit of a fight here. But if we go down to the lower floor, well, this is the boss room where we fought Ornstein and Smo. But once we leave the boss room, typically, if you're in sunny Anor Londo, there's going to be those giant guardian dudes. They're gone. And in their place are a couple just random bros. I don't know who these people are. I'm sure if you're really into the lore, there's probably, you know, some sort of hint. Hey, he's got the baller shield. I approve. I approve of your shield, good sir. Now, these guys are kind of tricky to deal with melee. However, as you can tell, I'm doing a lot of damage, so maybe they won't be too bad. One more hit on that fool, and he'll be down. Don't do it. Don't do it! Oh, I said don't! Just listen to me. Backstabbery! Yes! Beautiful. Ah, he blocked me. I could have put an end to his miserable existence, but he had other ideas. Also, one interesting thing about Dark Anor Londo is you can't target enemies from as far away, which is a nice touch. I think, anyway. Maybe you feel differently, but I kind of think it's a nice touch that you can't target enemies from as far away. If I walk, like, I'm not even that far away from the enemies, and it'll break my target, and that's actually because it's dark. And when it's really dark in Dark Souls, the targeting just doesn't work very well. Oh, he tried to parry me. So yeah, these NPCs are like, they're putting up a bit of a fight. Now, if you have spells, they're a joke, you know. You can just lightning spear or soul arrow or whatever you got and just put an end to them. Lots of souls upon death too. 5,000 is not bad. I wish you could guard break in this game, but this isn't Dark Souls 2. There is no guard breaking. I mean, you can kick, which is kind of similar. Holy cow! That's a lot of damage. Alright, he's almost dead, so... There we go. Yeah, you tried. And you died. So I put an end to those two jokers. Alright, so one other interesting thing that I want to show off before you finally go and, you know, have a swing at this boss, but apparently the Firekeeper in this area in Gwyndolin, which is the boss that we're about to fight, and he's also Guinevere's sister, so we just murdered his sister, so as you can understand, he's a bit upset about that. But the Firekeeper and Gwyndolin are kind of buddies, so the Firekeeper for this area, yeah, this is her. She's here, and she's not happy about what we just did. You're supposed to talk. Oh, there you go.
How dare you produce a blade upon a deity? How did you ever get this far?
I tried, and I didn't die.
It is the least that I can do.
Oh, you're trying to buff? Not in my house! Haha.
This man is a threat, Master Gwyndolin.
Alright, well, that was a bit anticlimactic. But we got an extra Firekeeper soul. That's the good news. The bad news is the Firekeeper's now dead, so you can't actually rest at the main Anor Londo bonfire. The bonfire that you would teleport to you know, get to the Duke's archives, for example. You can no longer rest there. You can still teleport there, but you cannot use that bonfire to teleport anywhere else. And you cannot rest there and get the 10 Estus that you would normally get for resting at a Firekeeper-attended bonfire. Like, that Firekeeper's dead, and she's not going to respawn until the next playthrough. So yeah, we're now up to Estus Flask plus 5, which is the good news when you kill that Firekeeper. Let's go ahead and rest here. Get up to 15 Estus. And finally, warp to the Dark Moon Tomb. And we can kill Gwyndolin. Now, there's also a covenant associated with Gwyndolin. And we can't join the covenant because he's a bit unhappy with us for killing his sister. However, there's two ways to join the covenant. First of all, you can get the Dark Moon Seance Ring that I talked about a little bit earlier. Not only can you use it to kill Gwyndolin without killing Guinevere, but you can also use it to join his covenant. Basically, the Dark Moon Seance Ring allows you down into this area and into the boss fog. And then you would just talk to him standing in this circle of candles here, and you can join his covenant. Alternatively, you can actually go to the pardoner in the church and ask for repentance for your sin. And if you do that, even though you killed his sister, Gwyndolin will forgive you, and he will allow you to join his covenant, which is kind of hilarious. But that's how I did it personally. There's an achievement associated. I was going for all achievements in Dark Souls. I think I have them all except one. Yeah, I have like one or two still to go. But I might eventually get all achievements in this game. That's kind of something I'm going for. I was going for the same in Dark Souls 2, but some of them are just too annoying, so I gave up.
First thou offendest the Godmother, and now thou seek fit to trample upon the tomb of the great Lord. I am the Dark Sun, Gwyndolin.
Oh boy. This is probably my favorite cutscene for a boss fight. It's not my favorite boss fight. I'm not really a fan of this boss fight at all, actually. It's kind of annoying. It's not very hard, as we will soon see, but it is a little bit annoying. I'll try to buff up here. Is he going to give us an opportunity to just straight up buff? Alright, cool. I've actually never tried this before. Stay outside his aggro range, and I guess he's just cool with it. Oh, hold on. Oh, no, he noticed us. Alright, we gotta go. We gotta go. I was going to see if we could equip the Lingering Dragon Crest Ring. So this is what you do. You kind of hide behind the pillars. And if he shoots that huge ball of magic at you, you gotta dodge that one, because that one will go through those pillars. But the bunch of smaller magic balls, yeah, that kind of happens. That also happens. And that, oh, we're gonna die. Oh, we died from Paladin again! The second time in a video. Oh, I'm so mad and also bad. Oh my gosh. Alright, I have a better idea. Let's not use Power Within, because this boss doesn't necessarily give you a bunch of time, and it respawns you here for some silly reason. But this boss doesn't necessarily give you a whole lot of time to drink Estus, so yeah, I forgot to equip the ring, which was a fail. Let's go ahead and do that now. So yeah, it's probably not a good idea to Power Within, because the health drain is kind of dangerous. Really? I didn't rest at this bonfire. Why would you teleport me here? Well, this is kind of lame, because see, the Firekeeper is absent. We can't light this bonfire. I wish it kind of just spawned you outside the boss fight instead of spawning you here. But whatever. I'll get a chance to show off what's in these chests, I guess. So, if you remember me saying a long time ago down there, the Guardians are now gone. In that chest is 2 Demon Titanite. It's, yeah, you can pick it up. I don't need it. Don't want it, so I'm not going to grab it, but it's there, and the Guardians are now gone because Anor Londo is dark. So pick up 1 Twinkling, and this chest is a Crystal Halberd. It's also a Mimic. You can tell by the chain. Chain's a little bit different. That's how the story goes. Pretty useless item in that chest. But I think it's useful. It's useful for like speed runs because the weapon lasts for like 1 boss fight, so that's why it's kind of pointless and you can't repair it. It just breaks after a very short amount of time. So for a normal player of the game, it's essentially useless, but it has a purpose for a few speedruns, I think. And I'm going here because I believe this is the closest bonfire within walking distance, and of course because we killed the Firekeeper, we can't use that bonfire. So, this is one reason why it might be nice to use the Dark Moon Seance Ring, is the Firekeeper will still be alive in Anor Londo, and you can not have, if you die against Gwyndolin, you don't have to make this long run. I meant to warp, excuse me. So let's warp to Dark Moon Tomb. Wow, 3 bosses in this video, and I died against all of them. I'm really ashamed. But at the same time, we were just freaking trucking bosses left and right, so it's probably good that we're experiencing a little bit of a struggle here, because I mean, it's Dark Souls. It's supposed to be all hardcore and make casual players cry and stuff. And I've actually had a lot of friends who have attempted this game and they've all not finished it. They've all kind of quit, like, very quickly. So I guess, you know, Dark Souls is a bit true to its anti-casual nature. Alright, you just want to kind of dodge, bob and weave. Oh, no! So all the freaking homing ones are really annoying to dodge. And after you get up to Gwyndolin, he'll teleport away. So you just want to get a couple of hits on the dude. Alright. No! Sad. No, sad. So yeah, we're having a struggle at the moment. If he does like homing and then the big one, it's pretty difficult to dodge him, because all these homing ones will just like completely wreck you, and then the big one comes and you're hiding behind the pillar because the little ones, but the pillar does not protect you against the big massive. Just stop with the homing missiles, bro. Oh, I guess we can just roll through them. We'll try that. Also, his arrows, like, really hurt. Are you serious? The damage! Oh, I had no idea that was gonna work. Holy cow! We just 2-cycled Gwyndolin. Oh, I'm so hyped. Man. Alright, so Gwyndolin's not necessarily a hard boss, but I would definitely say he's annoying, and definitely also say that he can mess you up if you're not dodging correctly, as we witnessed by my deaths. But you get a pretty awesome reward for killing him. For a faith build anyway. For us it's not that awesome, but if you were like some sort of faith buffing weapon build, you get Sunlight Blade. Pretty awesome. And in this chest, I believe, is an armor set. The brass set. That's the same armor that the Firekeeper wore, so if you want to roleplay as the Firekeeper, then yeah, you can do that. And this is an empty chest. I think it's the only empty chest in the game. I don't really know why it's there, but it's there, so we can all witness it and laugh at it and wonder why its presence is there. But that was Gwyndolin, and I want to say this is the first 3-boss video of the series so far. Maybe it is, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna, you know, peace out for now. Cry a little bit. Because what's coming up is the DLC, and if we're dying against Gwyndolin, it's probably going to take multiple attempts to kill some of these DLC bosses, because the difficulty spike is pretty massive. I'll pump endurance once. Alright, so all we have left, we have the 4 Lord Souls, so all we have left is the DLC, and we have Gwyn, which is the final boss of the game. I'm going to save Gwyn for last, because after you kill Gwyn, it automatically starts you over into a new game, so you can't do the DLC. So we're going to be moving on into Ulasil next, and there are 4 bosses in Ulasil, and I'll kill all of them. Probably will take a couple episodes, but it'll be fun. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.